Welcome, beautiful people. This is Rachel McFarlane here. This is the fifth and final episode of Behind the Music. I've had a great time going back and just reviewing all my successes, and thank you for joining me on that journey. Your feedback has been overwhelming. Looking back at 808 State, Loveland, LMC versus U2, Family Foundation, and there's so many more that I could have chosen from, but those are the pivotal ones, and I'm really, really grateful for that. There's one more time, there's one more space that I'd like to introduce you to, and this is, we're going back even further, back to my birthplace, as it were, and that is a little church called First United Church of Jesus Christ, Apostolic. So before any chart success, before any gigs, before any records, before any accolades, you would find me singing at that church every Sunday, every Wednesday, rehearsing every Friday with our youth choir. First United Church is based in Rusholme, the area that I grew up in, Manchester, and in fact it is directly opposite the school that I went to called Hill Place Primary School. It was pastored by the late Bishop Arnold George Miller. My parents were ministers there, so that was a whole different way of life for me. So I joined the choir when I was 11 years old, not because I had any sort of singing aspirations. In fact, I had none. I didn't join the choir because of music at all. When you were 11 and you joined a choir, you could wear heels and you could wear tights. So that was like a coming of age for me. I know it sounds weird, but it was an age of innocence. I like to think of it as. So I joined the choir. I didn't realize God was setting me up though. So a year later, when I was 12, they asked me to sing a lead. I'd never sang a lead before in my life. It was a little song called Look to Jesus. And no, I don't have any blackmail pictures or blackmail footage of that. So, but I remember being absolutely petrified, being the solo for this choir, and but the reaction of the church, it was amazing. And I was like, whoa, I don't know what that was. I was lucky enough to have a choir master whose name is David Miller, who was a jazz enthusiast and gospel. And so we were exposed to that level of excellence from a very, very young age. So we were exposed to African American or Black gospel. So we listened to a lot of Shirley Caesar, and we sang Shirley Caesar. We listened to a lot of Reverend Milton Brunson and the Thompson Community Singers, the Clark Sisters, Darrell Coley, Walter Hawkins, Edwin Hawkins, the list goes on for that era. So I was inspired by that a lot. My home life, we weren't allowed to listen to secular music at all. No way. And so to have this influx and this stream of influence coming into your life and just blowing your mind, really. There was one particular lady that I listened to, and her name is Vanessa Bell Armstrong. Anyone who knows me knows I loved her. Her voice captivated my entire mind, my whole being. I wanted to be her. So she's the reason really why I started singing, the drama of her voice and her riffs, and I just emulated everything else, and she did. And so the song that I have today that I would like to introduce to you is a song by Vanessa Bell Armstrong. It's taken from her Chosen album. It's a song I sang when I was 16 years old because I just, like I said, I love the drama of her voice. It's called Faith That Can Conquer Anything. I sing it very, very differently now. I think I've earned the right to sing that because your faith will be tested. What you claim, what you profess will be tested in this life. And so now I can say with confidence, I have faith that can conquer anything. And it's not based on me per se, but it's based on my belief in God, who can do absolutely. With God, nothing is impossible. So here it is, faith that can conquer. Enjoy. I have the faith that sees the invisible and expects the incredible and receives the impossible. Faith that can conquer anything. Faith that uproots every one of my problems. It's faith to know God can solve them. Faith to vision my freedom. I have faith that can conquer anything. Faith to reach the unreachable. Faith to fight the unbeatable. Faith to remove the unmovable. Faith that stirs the invincible. Faith that can conquer anything. Ooh, it's faith to reach the unreachable. It's faith to fight the unbeatable. Faith to remove the unmovable. Faith that stands the invincible. Faith that can conquer anything. Oh, anything. I'm trusting in you, Lord. I'm following only after you. 'Cause you never fail, you never falter. I'm trusting in you. I have faith that sees the invisible. Faith that expects the incredible. Faith that